a multi-level plan to ensure a ceasefire for Ukraine. The Financial Times reveals details of agreements with Europe and the United States. It concerns a coordinated response in the event that Russia violates a future ceasefire agreement. Sources of the publication say that the response will be as follows. First, there will be a day for diplomatic warning and, if necessary, actions by the Ukrainian army to stop the violation. If the Russian attack turns into a large-scale offensive, the coalition of willing forces will join in, and within 72 hours of the attack, there will be a full-scale coordinated response from Western forces supported by the United States Army. And it is precisely this plan that has been repeatedly discussed in December and January by Ukrainian, European, and American officials. The peace agreement negotiations themselves will resume tomorrow in Abu Dhabi, with representatives from Ukraine, the US, and Russia participating. As soon as a peace agreement is reached regarding the Russian-Ukrainian war, armed forces, aircraft in the sky, and ships at sea will appear in Ukraine. NATO Secretary General Mark Rutte stated this while speaking in the Verkhovna Rada of Ukraine. By the way, this is already Rutte's 6th visit to Ukraine during the full-scale invasion. He has visited us 3 times in his capacity as NATO chief. Early in the morning, Mark Rutte and Volodymyr Zelensky honored the fallen Ukrainian defenders at the National Memorial on Independence Square in Kyiv. There, they laid flowers in memory of those who died in the Russian-Ukrainian war. Speaking before the members of parliament, the Secretary General of the North Atlantic Alliance stated, NATO has provided Ukraine with 75% of the missiles sent to the front and 90% of the air defense systems since last summer. And the main goal of NATO is a just, lasting peace and a developed European Ukraine. Quote, NATO does not need a second Budapest Memorandum or Minsk agreements. End of quote. Furthermore, the head of NATO also made it clear that the alliance is ready to send armed forces to Ukraine as soon as a peace agreement is reached.
The United States of America, the European Union, and Canada have expressed their willingness to provide formal assurances, specific certain guarantees, and security assurances. The broad coalition of willing and dedicated countries is currently making very significant progress in drafting these vital security guarantees, a major milestone which was successfully achieved during the summit last month in Paris, and President Zelensky spoke in great detail about the importance of this. Furthermore, as soon as a formal and comprehensive peace agreement is reached, there will immediately be international ground-based armed forces, combat aircraft patrolling in the air, and strategic support at sea to ensure the maintenance of stability.